It, I guess it was about 2002, you know, lots of guys hit 40 and they, you know, have a midlife crisis, get a red convertible and a girlfriend, but mine decided to go off his ADHD medicines and, you know, start really just a campaign of terror over the next 2 years. And, you know, financial, physical, emotional, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, just the constant stream of it, and mostly directed at me. It doesn't happen overnight. For me, it didn't. And so, you know, it went from a really criticism to really harsh, you know, emotional abuse, you know, name calling and, you know, finding those vulnerable spots that everybody has and really just reaching in there and twisting those up. And, you know, the physical intimidation starts, you know, with the, not with the hitting, but with the in your face and, you know, standing over you and sexual abuse and the physical abuse started, I guess, like the last 4 or 5 months that I was there. But I was in the emergency room in November of 2004, and I was just, it was like my moment of a pivot that I needed to get out. I was thinking, you know how they leave you there if you're not, you know, some gunshot victim or something. So I had time to think, and I thought, well, what is my goal here? Well, my goal is to raise my children. Well, how can I do that? You know, he may have, you know, broken bones or broken skin, but he has not yet broken me. So I need a plan. I have to get out because it's going to happen sooner or later. And if my goal is to care for my kids, I can't do that if I'm broken. So, you know, I started slowly, and it was just, anybody who's dealt with an abusive person knows that there's a lot of control and a lot of fixation and obsession and watching you and watching your moves and not giving you any time to do that. So you have to be very sneaky about it. And all I decided that I needed was the kids' papers. So when I had a chance, I like pulled all the birth certificates out of the thing, but I put them in a school folder so that I could put them in the bookshelf that contained all the school books and the stuff for the kids so that it wouldn't be discovered. Yeah, you get pretty sneaky. And their social security cards and those kinds of things. And I didn't have a car. My friends, lifelong friends, realized that I was in trouble. And when I called and said, what happened was 3 days before Christmas, he had given me the money to go Christmas shopping, but he was called away on a service call. So the only transportation we had was his vehicle. So he took that, so he felt relatively safe in leaving me with a wad of money because I had no transportation. Well, I called my friend. He had to travel out of town, so I knew I would have a window of 2 hours. I knew I needed to go, and I really wasn't ready, but there was an opportunity. And I didn't know if I would have that opportunity again because the night I decided I needed to go, I knew if the longer I stayed, the more likely it would be that I wouldn't survive. So when I had an opportunity, I went. So I threw a bunch of clothes in a garbage bag, and my friend showed up with this 20-year-old Crown Victoria, and we threw my stuff in it and piled the kids up and said we were going to go visit Anthony for Christmas, and that was it. She took me over, and she paid to put the tag on it and insure it, and I drove to Tallahassee. So she made the arrangements and told me where to meet. There was a representative from Refuge House that met me in a parking lot and then escorted us to the confidential location. And they took us in right away.